trying to think about how to word this question, but intel that you get in the summer, what would you say to people that like have the October 1st opener where they're really not on a summer pattern at all anymore? How would you use the intel you'd get from the summer in that manner?
Well, seeing a deer in a bean field or a cornfield isn't really a kill spot, is it?
Mm-mm.
So it doesn't really matter if they move. It matters if they move, long distances. They still live in that area, which is a trait of older deer. They tend not to do that relocation thing. And that's not to say they all don't. Some old deer
Right.
do, but and some regional areas, like say you get into some of the bigger woods areas, some of those deer will move a long distance to different food sources and stuff. In your farming areas and your, lower in the states where there's not as heavy of winters and stuff, they seem to really stick to areas. But I see it in a bean field. It's the same thing with cameras. I mean, I want to know the deer is there. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
My scouting will tell me how to kill it. This scouting I did in spring. If I didn't do spring scouting, I located it someplace where I haven't scouted. Well, then all I've learned over the years from the scouting I've done and from the deer I've killed, it's going to tell me where that deer is going to be on that property, and I'm going to hunt them down and kill them. I just need to know that there's one there worth going after.
Yeah.
So once I know he's there, once I get my eyes on him, there's something about getting your eyes on him. You see him, you know he exists, you confirm it. It gives you that confidence where he's here somewhere. And this isn't that big of an area. I could just hunt him down.
You think
that,
go ahead, sorry.
I was just going to say that's my mentality at it. And if that seems like a long shot for you, then I should be buying lottery tickets because I've been doing pretty good at it.
Yeah. Do you, for a guy that didn't get into the areas he wanted to in the springtime, finding the beds, all that kind of stuff, what do you think? You think it's worth jumping into some of the bedding areas still in the summertime and trying to figure out that, or is it kind of a crapshoot when it comes to summertime like that?
It's nowhere near as good as it is in spring.
Yeah.
Not even close, but it can be done, and I've done it.
Mm-hmm.
But you're certainly not seeing fall bedding. The only kind of bedding you would see during the summer is early season bedding, summer bedding, or preferably, all season bedding, like primary bedding. But you're not going to see like the bedding where they're staging for a cornfield or something like that, because you're not going to be able to see the beds. You see them right after winter because they're still matted down. They still got hair in them. You know what I'm saying? So it's not as good, but you can do it. For me, most of it's terrain based and cover based. So I can walk through woods, and I can look at the woods, and I can tell you where the deer are bedding. Now, I can't just tell you this is where they're going to be on your property because I haven't seen your property, because it's different. Kind of like the first time I hunted down in Iowa, it was a wide open area, and I couldn't believe that huge bucks were bedding like in little patches of cover. And it's like, they don't do that. That wouldn't even hold a rabbit back home.
Yeah.
But in hindsight, there was big bucks there that got to live somewhere. And that patch that wouldn't hold one back home was the best patch of cover in that entire area because it was all open fields. Where if you get back home, there was better cover. So they're going to be in the best spots they could be. And once you learn how deer bed and you understand how deer bed, and if you study that, they bed based on elevations, they bed based on winds, they bed based on transition lines. Once you understand that, there's only really so many places they could be.
Mm-hmm.
And I think once you got that down, then you start to figure out, well, some of those places are attractive to hunters and some of them aren't. And the ones that aren't are the ones where the deer are going to be. And you can narrow a place down to there's only so many places a big buck will be. And I've gotten pretty accurate at doing it.
Yeah. You got to really be careful scouting in the summertime too, because you can get excited about something and in reality, those deer aren't going to be anywhere near that, in the in the fall when you're going to hunt them. I mean,
You do have to be careful too. I mean,
yeah,
some guys go in gung ho and just tear up the woods in the summer where there's normally not people out there, and it can screw things up too.
yeah,
They
that's
seem
true.
like they're docile and don't care. They care.
No, sure, yeah, and I guess people have to remember too. Like hunters aren't the only thing um, that hunts them. You know, the pressures, all kinds of things for them. So bumping them around and stuff probably not a good idea.